As you know, public sector employees have been under attack. Last year, the Supreme Court handed down the terrible, infamous Janus case. Our service division has been working closely with local unions to sign up fee payers, and our numbers are on the rise. Jason Rabinowitz was named director of the Public Service Division. He's doing a great job. He's got a special message for you. Let's hear it for Jason Rabinowitz. Coming out.
All right, thank you. All right, good afternoon, Teamsters. How are we doing today? Who are we? Didn't hear you. Who are we? Who are we? All right. I bring you greetings on behalf of the 209,000 Teamsters in public service whose work makes America work every day. I want to know, is Teamsters Local 2010 in the house? Our powerhouse local from California? All right. All right, welcome. Now, do we have any other public service workers in the house? We want to hear from you. All right. Do we have any private sector workers in the house? I think we might. Let's hear you. All right. Anyone who took a wrong turn on the way to the sports book? No? Okay, good. All right. Now, we want everyone to know whose work makes America work. The 1.4 million strong Teamsters across the U.S. and Canada, in private sector and public sector. Our work makes America work. Whose work makes America work? Whose work makes America work? That's right. And we have any Teamsters, sisters, and brothers from Canada? Yeah, let's hear you. All right. And whose work makes Canada work? All right, let's hear it. Okay. Thank you. Well, I want to thank General President Jim Hoffa, General Secretary Treasurer Ken Hall, and the General Executive Board for your unwavering support for public service workers. Thank you for the opportunity to serve as Public Services Director. And on a personal note, President Hoffa, congratulations on 20 years as General President. Thank you. Thank you for your leadership that has turned our Teamsters Union around. We are bigger and stronger than ever thanks to your vision and your leadership, and we thank you. Yeah, let's hear it. Sisters and brothers, we face unprecedented challenges for labor in public service. We face a sustained, well-funded, coordinated attack on the rights of public service workers and our unions. In one state after another, they have taken away collective bargaining rights, created obstacles to workers standing together, lowered pay and benefits, and stripped away our pensions. They have vilified public workers, scapegoating us for financial crises and budget shortfalls that we did not cause, but which were caused by the greed of Wall Street and the corporations. They have sought to divide us, public workers against private workers, black workers against brown against white, men against women, immigrant workers against workers descended from immigrants. They took advantage of stolen Supreme Court seats to create the terrible Janus decision. That's right, boo, boo, which denies fair share rights to public workers. And their game plan is clear: to weaken and divide workers so they can lower wages and benefits, so the rich can get ever richer and working people ever more impoverished. But sisters and brothers, in the face of these challenges, the Teamsters Union is standing strong and we are standing together. I'm proud to say that Teamster membership in public service today is higher than it was on the day of the Janus decision a year ago. And this is not an accident. This is the result of all of the incredible organizing work that all of us did leading up to this decision, preparing our members, talking to our members, educating our members about the importance of standing together in our union. But we can't rest on our laurels because the attacks on workers continue. More lawsuits, online attacks, union-busting organizers coming to our work sites. These attacks emanate from a web of anti-union organizations that all have very nice-sounding names, like freedom, liberty, justice, democratic. They all have one thing in common. They are funded by greedy employers that seek to weaken and divide our movement so they can lower our pay and benefits and the rich can be richer. But sisters and brothers, make no mistake. This is not just an attack on public service workers or on public sector unions. This is an attack on all of labor. The goal of these think tanks and the corporations and wealthy individuals behind them is nothing less than the destruction of the labor movement. We should not kid ourselves. Corporate America dreams of a world without unions, where workers have no rights in the workplace, no say in our future, no power in politics. And we know that their dream is workers' nightmare. We know from history the way things were before we had unions, before we had labor rights in our country, when being a truck driver or a factory worker or a tradesman or an office worker meant a life of poverty, 12 or 14-hour days, no weekends, no retirement, no health care, no safety protections, children working instead of going to school, no rights in the workplace. That's what they want for us. Are we going back to that? No. Are we going to stand together in our union? That's right. And this nightmare is already coming forth. We're seeing people living this, millions toiling right now for the big tech companies, many other industries living this nightmare today. And so our labor movement is at an inflection point. Will we allow unions to decline, wither and die? Do we want our children to live in a world where huge corporations have all the power and workers have none? Do we? No, I didn't think so. Or will we seize the opportunity of this moment to build our movement, unite working people, and organize thousands into the Teamsters Union? Well, that's right, because the fact is, there has never been a better time to build our union and organize workers, including in public service. In the wake of the historic teacher strikes in West Virginia, Oklahoma, California, and elsewhere, in the wake of the disgraceful government shutdown, public workers are more popular than ever. Unions are more popular than ever. More people want to be in unions than ever before. And the Teamsters are the strongest and the greatest and the most popular of them all. And meanwhile, the crisis of wealth inequality keeps getting worse. 10 years after the Great Recession, the rich keep getting ever richer while working people suffer. And the fact is that only unions, only the labor movement has the solution to this problem. So now is the time to present labor's vision for the future. Our vision is that every worker must have rights and dignity in the workplace. Our vision is that every worker should be paid enough to live. Our vision is that every worker deserves health care and a guaranteed retirement after a lifetime of service. Our vision is that America belongs to all of us, the people whose work makes America work, and not just to the ultra-rich and the corporations. And we deserve our seat at the table and our fair share of the wealth that we create. And the only way to realize this vision is that every worker must have the right to collective bargaining. The freedom to stand together in our union. Collective bargaining is a human right. It's not a gift or a privilege that they give to us. It's a human right, because how else can we have dignity in the workplace? How else can we have a seat at the table and even the playing field? Do you agree? Do you think collective bargaining is a right? Yeah. If you think collective bargaining is a human right, I want you to say yeah. If you believe that collective bargaining is a human right, I want you to say hell yeah. All right. I'm glad you feel that way, because we're having a rally. Yeah. So tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., where are we going to be? We're going to be at the rally. So it starts at 7:30, but we need you there at 7 o'clock in the casino floor of Bally's. We're going to have marshals there that are going to take everybody down to our rally site. We're going to let Nevada know that we support the right for collective bargaining to Nevada state workers. We thank the governor for his support, and the legislature. We're going to take that bill and put it over the finish line, and we're going to say by the way, it is Public Service Workers Appreciation Week. So we're going to thank all of our public service workers for the hard work they do, and we're going to stand with state workers in Nevada and demand that we get collective bargaining for state workers. Who's going to be there? You going to be there? All right. All right, I didn't hear you. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, President Hoff is going to be there. Ken Hall's going to be there. Francois is going to be there. All right, we're all going to be there. Okay, good. All right. Teamsters in the house. All right. So if collective bargaining is a human right, sisters and brothers, then we must tell the world that the Janus case is wrongly decided and must be reversed. And we will not stop until those union-busting, worker-hating judges are off the court and fair share rights are restored in the public sector. If collective bargaining is a human right, then we must get rid of those so-called right-to-work slave labor laws that keep working people weak and impoverished. We need to give workers in every state the right to unite in our unions. Am I right? Okay. If collective bargaining is a human right, then we must reform labor law to remove the obstacles preventing workers from joining together in union and to oppose real penalties on employers who now violate workers' rights with impunity. Now, in the Public Services Division, we are going all out to build Teamster power in the public sector. We've built a strong team of powerful, innovative local leaders in public service. Together, we've created a comprehensive strategic plan to support locals in maintaining membership, signing up every new hire to the Teamsters Union, which is the key to our future, and organizing thousands of new workers into the Teamsters. We're creating a new employee orientation video, which we're going to see in a second, and which, by the way, every person in this room is going to be co-starring in. So just wait for that. And a member power toolkit to assist the locals in building internal power. We're taking action to protect our union from attacks from anti-union organizations. We are supporting legislation to expand collective bargaining rights in various states. We're expanding and publicizing member-only benefits, such as our great legal defense fund. And we have our Public Services Division Conference starting tomorrow directly after Unity. Who's going? Anyone going to that? Yeah? Okay. If you're not signed up, just show up. We'll register you there. Okay? We've got over 200 people coming. It's going to be a great conference. Sisters and brothers, our cause is just. Our vision is attainable. Our adversaries have a lot more money and a lot more power than we do, but there is no power stronger than the might of working people when we are organized and standing together in our union. And when we stand together, we win together. When we stand together, who are we? Who are we? Who are we? All right, thank you, Teamsters.